As you know, the FESPA Eursaia is organized for the first time in Turkey, and the HP is a corporate partner of the event. What kind of importance does FESPA Eursaia hold for HP's partner?
Well, I think as a first time that we do it here in Istanbul, I think it's very interesting for us to finally enter in another market together with FESPA. We're doing it already in many other regions as well. And I think for this region, I think there's a lot of potential. From my perspective, certainly the Turkish market has a lot of potential. So if we can join with FESPA and explore this market together, it's a great opportunity for us.
And HP is very well known for its innovative products in the market. Could you tell us about the main technology you are presenting at FESPA Eursaia Trade Fair? And to be more focused, which industrial segments are you calling out?
Okay, well, the technologies we have here are typically latex inks. We have flatbed technology as well, so UV technology, and we have two innovative products that we are presenting here today, which is the Latex 3000 and the 10,000 as well. So basically, we would like to show all of them here at our stand. The products are here around us. You'll be able to see them later on. And the segments that we're going after really are many sectors. First of all is the general printing signage sector, if you like, which is probably the most well-known within the FESPA community. But there's a lot of developments now kind of moving into new areas, like, for example, what can be packaging and what can be decoration, for example, also, which are all new aspects, making use of this technology to go after new markets.
And HP Latex 3000 printer is first time introduced in Turkey.
Yes.
FESPA Eursaia Fair. And what kind of advantage do you bring to your customers with Latex 3000 printer?
With latex technology as such, the benefits are many. It's basically the key difference is the type of technology, the type of ink it is. And the importance of the ink here is that we are moving away from typical inks that are based on solvent, for example, to non-solvent inks. So basically, typically, if you look at an ink drop, basically, normally you would have a solvent basically holding it all together, which is a liquid. And within the liquid, you have the pigment elements as well. With latex inks, there's no solvent. It's basically water holding everything together. And you have the pigment, which is the color, of course. And then you have latex particles. And the latex particles help us to do several things. One is we can now print on a lot of different kinds of substrates. And basically, the technology basically allows you to print on the surface. It doesn't have to go into the substrate, which is what solvents very often do.
Have an example? Show us.
Yes, I have an example. For example, if I show you here, if I can find it. Solvents here that you have, you can see here the difference between the color and the difference here within the color. These are two solvent technologies being printed, and this is the HP. So basically the latex stays on the surface, which is where it needs to be. You know? So the color stays on the surface.
It's much more clear.
It's clearer, basically, and the latex gives it a kind of protective film over the top, which makes it also very usable for exterior applications. So outside, you can, it's not as easily affected by water, for example, by weather, typically. What it also does is, I'll show you another example here, is to print on many kinds of different substrates. Here you have, for example, a natural fiber. You can have coated fiber, coated media. You can have non-wovens, for example. So many different kinds of materials that you could not print with before with solvent technology, and this opens up new markets, basically, because as the inks do not contain solvent. Basically, the typical thing about solvent is the smell. You don't have the smell element, and you don't have the emissions that solvent gives. So basically, you can now open new markets like interior design. Interior design, by the definition, means interior, means inside. So you can now think about bedrooms, eating areas, children play areas, schools, hospitals, all of these kind of places where you don't want solvent smell. It's almost like when you just paint a wall. The smell that you have after you painted the wall, it needs to dry. With latex technology, you don't have no drying time. So basically, It comes out of the printer, you can apply it straight away.
How do you compare your latest 3000 to your competitive products in the Turkish market? How do you compare them?
Well, I think I'm not much about comparing typically, because I think there's a place in the market for everybody, you know? But I think the 3000 for us, what it gives us is basically speed. It's a faster, more productive machine. And I'm speaking mostly from the products that we have on the market currently, and the 3000 fits over the top of it. So it's basically a faster machine, much more efficient, much more productive machine.
Exactly which materials? Can you give us a list? Which materials can you print on with the Latex 3000?
Latex is very wide list of things that we can print on. I just mentioned a few. This book only contains only wall coverings. So these are all wall covering textures from all different kinds. Vinyls, textiles. Textiles, non-permanent. Because the thing with latex still is its washability. If you want to print on t-shirts, for example, dye sublimation still is a better technology, I think. But you do have other aspects, like, for example, non-permanent textiles, drapes, roll blinds, curtains, pillowcases, any kind of things that you will find typically in a trade show, which are not typically designs that you're going to be washing, so that's fine. We can print on many other substrates, like synthetic leather, for example, backlit materials. Another very important one, and I think it's going to be a growth market within the decoration area, which is canvas. So I don't know if we have some examples around us here to show you, but basically it's fine art, photos, decorative aspects printed on canvas directly.
Today is the second day of FESPA Eursaia, and how was the interest in the latest 3000?
Very good, actually, not just the Turkish market. So of course the Eurasia aspect, I think, played a big role. We've had customers from all over the region coming over to see it. I think it's a product that's making its mark already on the market, so we're happy.
And how do you foresee the HP's growth in Turkish market and in the region? And how do you think the FESPA Eursaia will affect this in upcoming?
Well, from my perspective, as you know, I'm very focused on the decoration aspect. So how to use latex technology in decoration. So that has a lot of opportunities, spells out a lot of opportunities. One is there's a lot of printing companies in Turkey. Many. It's a very big market. So all of these people are looking for new sources of income, new ways to make money, new ways to find new customers. So decoration is a whole new world that's opening up to them. And with latex, it helps them. Latex inks helps them now access a lot of other markets. Secondly, I think Turkey, as a construction country, so a lot of construction happening in Turkey right now. It's one of the very few in Europe that's still growing. So there's a lot of opportunities for interior decorating. So therefore, I think only those two datas, the population that's growing, by the way. So if you look at it from a perspective of the number of marriages taking place in Turkey per year, the number of people buying houses per year, and the number of people decorating interiors, new interiors in Turkey, it's all green fields. It's a lot of opportunities.
And the HP Latex 3000 shines in the HP booth. But what other products and machinery do you are presenting to the visitors?
Well, we have within the latex group, we have of course the smaller latex printers. We have an L260 here, which is very often used in smaller studios, for example, for sampling. All of this kind of material is done with the smaller latex machines. So you can basically have the same print quality in your studio, printed straight away, and you can show your customer what you're creating right away. And then behind you we have the flatbed, the UV machine, with which we can print many different kinds of rigid surfaces. So basically you can print anything from foam board to other kinds of materials like that, all the way to pushing a full door, a wooden door through the printer and printing on top of the door, for example. So many opportunities there as well to print on rigid surfaces.
Thank you very much for your time.
Teşekkür ederim.
Success in business.
Thank you.